Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story, and today we're at Barrington Motor Works and we're with the Porsche car show that just came in. And with that, I'm with the general manager. Brian, what's your last name?
Brian Guzy.
Brian Guzy, the general manager, and I'm with Jordan. Jordan, what's your last name?
Lamm.
And Jordan has a unique one-year-only car. What did you bring today?
I brought a 2016 Boxster Spyder.
And let's take a look at this. This is not a Boxster Spyder that you have seen before. I'm going to feature you two guys. Brian, when this car came in, you shared it quickly with Jordan. Why was that?
Well, he just come over to Porsche from BMW. He had bought BMWs his whole life, and he just loved his new 911. And I knew he was anxious to add to his collection. And this is such an unusual car. It's actually one of my favorite Porsches built. It's a mid-engine Boxster, but it takes the 911S engine, puts it in place, and with manual transmission. So it's really a remarkable car to drive.
So we have a 911 engine in a Boxster.
A 911S.
Has that ever happened before?
Well, they did make a previous generation Boxster Spyder with the base 911 engine detuned in it, but this is the current version.
Jordan, what's the horsepower?
375 horsepower, which made it at the time the most powerful Boxster ever made.
Let's take a look, guys. Come on with me. Jordan, come on with me. Let's take a look at your car right alongside me. There we go. And this is a unique back end to any Boxster. Let's just meditate on that. And we've got the top up. We're going to show it to you with the top down. The interesting thing I've noticed with this car as well is there is no word Boxster anywhere on it. So it has all the flavors of what would appear to be a 911. I just love the double humps. When you were purchasing this car, what made you say, yes, this needs to be mine?
Well, the first thing was it looks very different. It was unique. It's a limited production car, and I was looking for a convertible, and it kind of fit all the needs, and so it was very exciting, and I was sold the minute they showed me.
What's your reaction when you're driving this one?
Smile. Big smile on my face.
Not your reaction. What is people's reaction?
If it's my wife, it's slow down, and everyone else is going, this is great.
That's awesome. If it's my wife, it's slow down. Do people, I mean, I've seen quite a few cars. You know, you came rolling up, and I had never seen a Boxster like this. This was quite unique. I mean, do even the Porsche people sometimes look at this and go, what is it?
Well, I think Brian could probably answer that better, but I certainly had a lot of positive response from the Porsche people that I talked to.
The hardcore enthusiasts know the car, but to the average person, they're confused by it a little bit. As you said, there's no badging Boxster on it, but it is a Boxster. It's got the GT front end with the mesh grille. It's a beautiful car.
Look at that coming at you.
It's an extremely well-balanced car, being mid-engine. Really fun to drive. And not something you see everywhere.
No, which makes it really fun. Can we open up the interior, Jordan?
Sure.
Thanks. So right off the bat, is this Alcantara? What is that?
It is. That is Alcantara.
It feels great. Now I'm going to tell you this. I bet your wife loves the smell of this car.
I think she likes a little of the car.
If this is a smell we can market for guys, I mean, this is a great smell in this car. We've got the there, and again it says Boxster here. We've got some of the details there. This is your rear view window, so you don't get a lot there. I like the fact that all the gauges are easy to understand.
Yep. Porsche's not gimmicky. It's very straightforward, almost a retro look, very utilitarian. Really cool. Understated always with Porsche.
It feels wonderful in there. Feels wonderful. Let's do one thing. We're not going to have the opportunity to see the engine compartment because the engine is all underneath here, but let's show what the top looks like coming down. It's kind of a two-man job.
Yeah, so it's a manual top for the most part.
So Jordan and Brian will...
And this generation's much as primitive as the top is on this.
Yeah.
The previous generation was much more primitive. So this can be done by one person. It's easier with two, but it's all attached.
So we start with opening.
The other one was
So you open the rear, and you'll notice there's a small trunk in the rear as
All
well.
right, let's do that. And here's some fluids. This is helpful.
We need to. So we'll close this for a bit here.
Okay.
Take away the pressure.
You snap off.
Press these buttons, and then
How do we press these buttons?
there's a button. You have to feel it through
Okay.
here, and it loosens this
Feel the
part.
button,
You can
got
see
it.
it moving.
Show me there. Perfect.
And then you snap that in there,
Got it.
Good.
and then you open this up and just lift the top, and it'll go back down. Push it down a little bit.
Don't shut that just yet. I want to
Okay.
see one badge in here. We have this badge here. And look at that. The first time I'm seeing
There
the
it
word
is.
Boxster.
And because the engine's inaccessible, you have your oil here and your coolant there if you need to add it.
Okay, so those are there. So really, you bring this car back to you and you take everything care of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Got it. Okay. All right. And there's our first.
And this spoiler at speed will, the spoiler here will rise at speed.
Oh, really? Can it rise without speed? Meaning, is there?
Yes.
Press the button.
Well,
Yes.
we're gonna show that too then.
Okay.
All right. So let's shut this.
And then on that side, the final piece of closing
Let me
is.
show how that happened. Then.
So when you open the top, it
Okay.
pushes these so the mechanicals can get through, and
Yep.
then you just close it.
Close it, and it's obviously.
And everything is manual because this car weighs about 2,900 pounds.
That's nothing.
And so they took all the weight out, so that's why it's a manual roof, just a canvas top, no insulation,
Is it
a lot of
aluminum?
lightweight.
Is it aluminum? Do we know, or is it steel?
There are components.
Components.
Different.
Let's start it up, shall we? We'll hear this 911 engine. Let me look over your shoulder too. I just want to show that one right there. Okay, and then this. We're going to shut that radio off. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Let me listen to it idle. I want to show his taillights. Go ahead, give it a rev. Jordan, that's the nastiest boxer I've ever heard. That is wonderful.
I love the way it sounds.
I can understand that. Let's have you shut it off. Guys, we'll come right back together. Stand next to the car. Let me do this. Let's stand back one more time. I want to take one more look at the side with the top down. And I want people to take in that. Let me walk around one more time with this, because it gives it a complete different look. The open cockpit. Wonderful. Gentlemen, jump right back in. Jordan, Brian, let's have you guys stand next to each other. Brian, great service. I know I've had my own Motorworks car I've bought before from your dealership. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So thanks for having a great dealership here.
Thank you.
As well as Jordan, it's so fun to meet you and to get the chance to see your car in detail. Thanks for being on My Car Store.
That's great. Thanks for having us.
Thank